Hi guys, I'm Shmi. Hello, good morning and welcome back to the channel where it is day 4 of the Black Series tour. Today, setting off from the V8 hotel near Stuttgart to head up to the Nürburgring to do my first ever laps with the AMG GT Black Series. And needless to say, I'm really quite excited to see what this is like. A production car, record holder when it set its lap time, sitting here alongside the other two Black Series models and the G63. And in fact, I think today I will save driving that until we get up to the Nürburgring and start in the G-Wagon, because we have some legs up the Autobahn and I'd quite like to see these three in motion out on the motorways as we make our way to Nürburg before it will be time to get everything prepped with the GT Black Series, to check in, to unload our bags, and today to take that for some laps at the Green Hell. The lineup here is looking epic. I'm just hoping that today's weather is going to slightly clear as we go. In any case, it has been an awesome tour so far, from setting off at the Museum and taking the Eurotunnel across to France over to Paris, then going via the historic Reims F1 Grand Prix track on our way towards the Autobahn into Germany, and now having had a stop in Stuttgart to visit the home of Mercedes-Benz and to go over to a Fulterbach and visit AMG. Today though, we're taking this car, in fact all of the cars, to exactly where they're supposed to be driven, at the Nürburgring. And in fact, the GT Black Series, when they did a record run, did break a record, a 6:43.6 second lap that this car set, of course with the splitter extended and the active rear spoiler. I'll talk more about those later on. It's only been beaten by the slightly debatable lap time of the GT2 RS MR Porsche with the Manthey upgrades, not how any of the cars actually left the original factory. That one goes backwards and forwards non-stop. Today though, is all about taking this for some Touristenfahrten laps, to have some fun and to see a bit of what it's like having done so many laps with the GTRs before now. We're waiting for the others though to come on down before we get the cars loaded. We'll get out onto the road, and I want to drive the G63 because I want to see some flybys from this lot, to enjoy particularly the sounds of the SLS and the C. That not so much, but we will be working on the sound of it very, very soon. It's time to go then. The team is rolling out. Looks like
Yeah, you want to be careful as well, Joe, because that 150 won't stay 150 for very long.
Talking fuel, we are potentially going to have issues with the C63's fuel status, but let's see what happens as we make our way out of here. We are all ready to go. SLS taking the lead. We have been sitting in the worst traffic jam, but finally the other guys have caught up, and the SLS looks so cool on the road. Just wait for the GT, which is coming up right now through the filthy window. It's all getting a little bit dirty. Oh, another traffic jam. Another traffic jam, but that car looks immense. It's so cool. Love it. Absolutely love it. All right, I don't know if we're gonna have an open stretch somewhere. This is full chill mode. We've had a fill up and we're out on the de-restricted Autobahn, but I'm actually going to pull to the side because knowing that in the mirror is an SLS Black Series and a C63 Black Series, this is probably about to be insane. Oh, windy, windy, windy. Yes, and off we go. I mean, the thing is, the G might not be as fast as those, but look at this. Look at the numbers on the dashboard. This thing's mad for such a big tank, a massive brick. Absolutely mad. Right, starting to open up, starting to get to Nürburgring vibes. And I'm going to pull in because the GT Black is coming past as well, although we'll see with some traffic that's not going to be particularly dramatic, but still it looks so cool as it cruises through. Literally cruises. Taking it easy there. Yes, we're coming back to de-restricted. This means let's go. Tell you what, this might actually be as fast as the C63 Black Series. That's crazy. We're genuinely keeping up. Hey, look at this. We might actually get to the VMAX of the G63 just here. Yeah, there we go. We're on the limiter. That's VMAX. It stopped at 246. That's pretty crazy.
vacuum cleaner, that kind of whoosh, basically the airflow. And the SLS Black Series is the pure deep grumble. Look how fast that's disappearing. Right there is the first of our signs to the Nürburgring. We're about to exit from the highway, the Autobahn, and head over. And it's actually looking pretty nice here in terms of the weather. And that car, right in front of us, is about to do some laps. And I'm a little bit excited right now. It is going to be fairly mega to drive that thing around the ring. And yeah, I'm going to be there in a couple of minutes. Get everything set up and we'll go out. We are here! We're at the Nürburgring Boulevard, the first of the roundabouts. We need to go to the hotel, check in, deal with all of that stuff. Bit of the track just over to the right there, across the bridge. And then go get the GT Black Series prepared. And it's time to do it.
A very quick stop then before heading to the TF entrance here at Apex to get everything prepared with the GT Black Series, to do things like lowering the tyre pressures ever so slightly to make sure they're ready, although we are running on Cup 2Rs, which are tyres that really need some heat into them to make them work properly, and I've been warned by the team here that it is quite slippery out there today, so I need to be extra careful with that. I've also pulled out the front splitter, this extended splitter that pulls out from underneath, popped in the two supporting pieces to hold that in place, but other than that, I just need to get some cameras in. We've emptied it fully of all of the luggage and different bits we had inside, and head over to take this out at the Nürburgring. It is time then, heading down towards the entrance. It is very busy today, as usual. This is Touristenfahrten, tourist drives, effectively a toll road, a public road, road rules apply, overtaking on the left, and of course, for my first ever lap in this car, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna try and keep it a little bit in check. I want to get accustomed to the car. I've been driving the G63 all day, and obviously this is a little bit different, albeit with an engine that started effectively in some form from the same block. I just want to get comfortable with it. So I apologize in advance if it is not the craziest lap ever, because I'm expecting it to be quite busy. But what I do know is that this is going to be a lot of fun. I've got my laps loaded up then on my entry ticket card. Come along, give that a scan. So I can see a little bit of traffic ahead. I know we've got some yellow flag sections today, but here we are. The entrance to the Nürburgring Nordschleife in a GT Black Series. My GT Black Series, my resprayed solar beam GT Black Series, a Nürburgring record car. It's not going to be a record lap, just by the way, it's public toll road. You're not actually allowed to time, it's illegal to time because it's a public road and you're not allowed to race on the road. You're allowed to have fun, it's de-restricted, unlimited speed, but I suspect it's going to be quite slippy. I've got traction on at the moment, we are in race mode, manual on the gearbox, out we go. Yes, very, very slippy. Going to have to watch the tyres as we get the temperatures into them. They're all about 22, 23 degrees so far. This car is very fast, I'm barely using the power. Gosh, when you really put your foot down. And I've done quite a few laps recently on the sim at the museum. Sound in here, gosh, it's very slippy. I'm trying my hardest obviously to keep it in check while I get comfortable with everything. As we come through towards the hats and back sections, starting off the TF lap. Traction pretty much in on every corner at the moment. When you put the foot down fully, it just takes off. Warning of an oil spill, we will take it carefully. Now we open up in a very, very, very fast section of the circuit. Even faster when you're in a car like this with the foot flat. My goodness. Whoa. This thing is mad fast. Do you know what? I'm very intimidated by this car. Knowing how capable it is really making me just dial it back a notch. Will I get myself happy and comfortable with what it can do and keep it within sensible
limits. Oh, through the Vauxhall compression, we've got yellow flags. And away we go. My word. The speed pickup makes no sense. It's so fast. This car is just a ludicrous joke. I'm not even using anywhere near all of the braking as well. But obviously the stopping power in here, full carbon ceramics, would be equally impressive. There's a lot of sound through the speakers, something we've talked about before with the GT Black Series, and not very much sound outside. It's mostly this kind of vacuum cleaner as we come to miss, hit, miss. Serious concentration. Short shift to keep it balanced, letting us know that it's slippy out there as we go through the siphon, slowest corner. Oh, the grip. This is mad fast. Like, you can probably go flat through here, but it's just taking me a moment to calibrate the mind slightly and get comfortable with that. You'll need a few laps before I'm really, I think, ready to fully unleash. Even here, the numbers are just so quick, so fast. About 230 something kilometers an hour there, with a very busy section ahead as we're coming around towards Carousel. It's so busy through here. This is the thing, right? Public toll road. Look at how many cars are up ahead. I'm just going to leave a little bit of a gap so that when we pop out of here, put the foot down and honestly, this is just so fast that it really requires immense concentration. You should not be able to go this fast between each corner. Alright then, we come round the final corner at Galgum Kopf. I've been taking it a little bit easily, cooling down the car a touch because I intend to go straight away for another run. It was very, very busy out there, and the tyres are only at 51 and 53 up front, 46 Celsius at the back. Yeah, they need to be a much warmer than that to have optimum usage. Whew. And we've used about, what, a sixth of a tank, something like that. Not too bad. I mean, it hasn't been full on. So, gear up, go straight through. There's effectively a lane directly for going straight out again, and go do this. Here we go then, straight out, ready for lap number 2. We've got a bit more grip this time. The pickup when you get into the turbo power band. I mean, like 200 through this compression is fast. That's 230. This is really quick, and it's so actually confidence inspiring with the aero as well. That's probably something I didn't give it enough credit for on lap 1, is that while it's very fast and it requires immense concentration, it is actually very controllable. There's no sense of feeling that it might snap out on you like some cars I've certainly experienced around here before. That's where you feel the grip. Tell you what, when I've been driving on the sim, driving in a GT4 RS Club Sport, and you get in something with 300 odd horsepower more, you're certainly very conscious that you can't hold it flat through corners that in the game on slicks you certainly can. GT have this much grip? How can it do this and just stick? Oh, the G-forces! Flat out up the hill. Gosh, it just takes off. This feels kind of Senna-esque in the sense of just being a ballistic machine. It does remind me a lot of doing Senna laps here. The amount of grip that it has is vastly beyond what I'm comfortable using. For example, around here, I'm sure you could hold it flat, but track day conditions, maybe. Today, no thank you. Gosh, over 200 through that corner, quickly catching on the crowd in front. Round style Stracker following a very, very fast check Honda Civic Type R, thank you. So we come up and into the carousel, run around on the concrete blocks. Gosh, it rides around there very well. Catching up to this group, that's really amazed me, because the speed of this has made me build up a bit of a sweat, to be honest. And you know, with it this busy towards the end, I'm actually going to just back it off and chill a little bit. We've got the tyres up to 60 degrees. There's so much more in those. Oh, this is so fast. This car is so silly. How did they do this? How did they make an AMG GT get around the Nürburgring this quickly? I think I need some more AC on, to be honest. Woo! Get some cold air blowing on me, because that was out of this world. Maiden laps with my AMG GT Black Series here at the Nordschleife. As we come round, I'm just going to cruise it here. I'm just going to take it easy, let it chill. That was so fun. Wow. Cracks don't sound bad either as we cruise up the Dottinger Höhe. Castle up ahead to the right. Yeah. That was really something. This car is a bit of a masterpiece. I've ended up doing a few more laps. In fact, with the GT Black Series, I've done a total of 5. And the more I've done, the more comfortable I've got with the car and using some of the performance. Obviously, it is very, very busy here. Great to see the car park back up and operational. But this car is phenomenally fast. I think you've probably got that impression. It just needs you to be really on your A game and directly dialed in to make the most of it. And I'm sure doing more laps, I'll get more and more comfortable with it, and hopefully that will happen in time. But after the 5 laps, as you can just see somewhere over that away, I did a lap in the G63 with the guys, which was moderately hilarious. And I think we might have to do a lap with a camera running, because we overtook a C63S and an Audi R8 during the lap in the G63, which was quite good fun. Anyway, today we have had the cruise up from Stuttgart, from the Mercedes homeland. I was driving in the G, seeing all of these out on the Autobahn, really special, and getting here and doing my first laps with the GT Black Series in its second home. Of course, the place where I hope I'm going to be doing many more. For now though, that is all. Thank you very much for watching. As always guys, we've got plenty more fun to come from here at the Nürburgring before we start the journey back towards the UK with more stops along route also. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.